Every vehicle that ends up in a restoration shop shares the same problem. It stopped performing the way it was engineered to. Business owners face an identical struggle. The passion is there and the work ethic is high, but something in the system is misfiring, leaving the business stuck at a low RPM. Over the next few minutes, we will replace guesswork with a technical diagnostic. We are going to map your current growth phase and identify exactly where your progress is being restricted. Prepare a notebook or your session workbook. To get an accurate reading, this process requires total honesty about the current state of your operations. Without a precise diagnostic, any additional effort you apply only serves to push a malfunctioning vehicle harder in the wrong direction. I once worked with a client who spent years and thousands of dollars replacing functional parts on a Mustang. He kept swapping alternators and fuel pumps to fix a stall that never went away. A single diagnostic scan revealed the real cause: one corroded ground wire. Every expensive part he had installed was useless because he hadn't identified the root failure. Most owners treat symptoms. They try to fix revenue problems with new marketing or low morale with new perks, ignoring the core restriction that is actually holding the business back. A check engine light provides the data necessary to make an informed repair. Using that information is what allows you to move from guessing to engineering a solution. We begin by rating your business from 1 to 10 against the Gonzalez trouble codes. Be honest, this is a diagnostic, not a report card. GC 101 is awareness failure. This is the habit of working around a known problem for months or years instead of taking the time to fix the underlying fault. GCB 401 is owner dependency. In this state, the business relies on the owner for every decision. If you step away for a week, everything stops. GCB 201 is the revenue ceiling. This occurs when you are working at full physical capacity, but your revenue numbers refuse to grow past a certain point. Look at your scores and isolate your lowest rating. This specific number and title is now your primary trouble code. Pinpointing a code removes the emotional weight from your business struggles. It turns a vague sense of failure into a technical problem with a specific repair protocol. This circular dial shows first gear at 2,500 RPM. This is the ignition phase, where you run the scan, identify your trouble codes, and build your initial repair protocol. Second gear at 4,500 RPM is where you build the chassis. You apply the 17 built-on values principles to ensure the business has the structural integrity to handle higher speeds. Dropping a high-horsepower engine into a weak frame will eventually cause structural failure. In business, adding revenue to a company with a weak values framework only makes the existing cracks worse. Once the chassis is strong, we shift to third gear at 6,500 RPM. This is the acceleration phase, where you activate the 4 revenue multipliers to push the business forward. Fourth gear represents 10,000 RPM. At this level, you move from individual success toward a model of long-term significance, designing a business that operates effectively beyond your daily involvement. Sustainable growth is a result of engineering. You must prepare the chassis to handle the higher RPMs before you ever try to shift into the next gear. With your primary code identified, you can now initiate the 7-step ignition sequence to begin the repair. Step 1 is awareness. Formally name your code and accept that the check engine light is providing the information you need to move forward. Step 2 is clarity. Define your destination with specific numerical targets. You cannot steer a vehicle if you haven't defined where you are going. Step 3 is responsibility. You are the mechanic now. This step requires you to focus on the internal adjustments you can control, rather than external market forces. Momentum is built one bolt at a time. Do not wait to feel ready. Engage the transmission and start the repair process today. You have moved from guessing to knowing. You have a named trouble code, an identified gear phase, and the first 3 steps of your repair sequence. The diagnostic phase is complete. By pinpointing the restriction, you have cleared the path to get your business running at its intended revolution. Your next task is step 4. Drain the contaminated fuel. Identify the limiting beliefs that act as a restriction on your performance and replace them with documented truth. Your current location is not your final destination. Use this diagnostic to fix the chassis, engage the gears, and start moving.